you may be wasting time with unnecessary SEO on YouTube. Here's what you should focus on and what you don't need to worry about. What's up, guys? I'm Rob with Creator Essentials, and I've amassed over 100 million views on YouTube, and I'm here to help you do the same. Plus, I've spent the last 6 years optimizing videos on YouTube for SEO, and here's what you should worry about and what you don't need to worry about at all. Now, this is a good time to remind you that content is king. If your content is amazing, your video is probably going to do pretty well. If your content sucks, it doesn't matter how much SEO you perform on that video or those videos, it just won't matter. YouTube is not going to push your content to your audience if your content sucks. That being said, YouTube is looking at millions of data points to make sure that your video is being put in front of the exact right audience. So it is important to spend some time on SEO. There's just no longer such thing as hacking the algorithm using SEO. So let's start off with some things that you should focus on. Number 1, your channel description. This is an excellent way to not only tell YouTube and Google what your channel is about, but it's a great way to tell your audience and your subscribers and your potential subscribers what your channel is about. Make sure you're adding some keywords that directly relate to what your content is on your channel inside that channel description in a natural way, and make sure your description accurately tells your audience and YouTube what your channel is about. Number 2, your video titles. Your video titles are super necessary for a number of reasons. Number 1, it tells users what your video is about. Number 2, it tells YouTube what your video is about. That's one of the big data points that YouTube looks at. And number 3, it directly correlates with your click-through rate, which is a major metric for success on YouTube. The click-through rate is how many users see your video, whether it's in search or suggested videos, versus how many people click on your video to watch your video. If your click-through rate is high, YouTube's going to continue pushing that video out to new audiences. If your click-through rate is low, they're gonna nip it in the bud and not share it with anybody. So make sure that with your video titles, you have a specific keyword that you're trying to target that accurately explains what the content of your video is, but it also needs to tie in with your thumbnail. Your video title and your thumbnail are the 2 main things that people look at when they're deciding whether to click on your video or not. So having that title be enticing and optimized is really key for that click-through rate to be high. Number 3, video descriptions. Video descriptions are becoming less important as the algorithm on YouTube and Google is becoming smarter and more sophisticated, but it still is important to add some details about your video on each video description. So this is a good place to include a paragraph, maybe 2 paragraphs, and explain to your viewers and to YouTube what your video is about. You don't have to include spoilers. You don't necessarily have to include every single detail, but making sure you add a few keywords in there, making sure you explain the gist of it is really important. Again, in the coming years, it may become less and less important, but that's still something you can do now to help with your video success. On top of adding an optimized paragraph or 2, you can link to other relevant videos, include hashtags, include video chapters, and more. If you're ready to crush it on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button. Now, for the thing that hardly matters anymore, but people are constantly worrying about, are video tags. YouTube video tags are the least important aspect of SEO on YouTube. YouTube even came out and said that, but people are still worrying about them. When I first started, I thought they were super important and would stress over them and lose sleep over them, wondering if I put the right words on, and it just doesn't matter that much. If it helps, you could even set a timer for 4 or 5 minutes so that you quickly bust out some video tags and not dwell on them too much. Make sure they accurately describe the video and that you include accurate keywords as well, but don't spend too much time on them at all. All right, a final tip for you guys. There are plenty of YouTube experts out there on YouTube. When it comes to SEO, follow our lead. How do we structure descriptions, our channel description, our video description? what do our video titles look like? You can even look up the code for each video, or you can download for free the extensions TubeBuddy or vidIQ. You can get those in the description below. And they'll show you tags for each and every video that you watch. So doing that, you can even see what tags we use. How do we structure our tags? So my final tip is do your research on the experts to see how we do things. And that should significantly help your SEO. If you're tired of doing SEO on each and every video, hire Creator Essentials as your channel manager and we'll take care of all of that for you. Titles, descriptions, tags, you name it, we will take care of it. You can learn more by clicking on the link in the description in the pinned comment, and make sure you check out one of my other videos. See you on the next one.